You know, I just wanted to do this video really quick just to emphasize on how awesome high dynamic range is on these next gen consoles. Here we are now on PS5, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and just look how beautiful that HDR looks. Now, keep in mind, obviously, you're going to need a pretty good TV to achieve all of this, to enjoy all of this, obviously. But if you have a good TV, like I do here with the C10, or even Sony AH8 or Vizio H1, I think you're going to benefit greatly with high dynamic range on PS5 and Series X. Here, let me bring him right over here next to the camera, my camera, and right next to the flag. There we go. Boom. So I can see a little bit better. There. And I'm using my GoPro Hero 6 camera, trying to give you guys the best possible exposure from the light. And GoPro Hero 6 does a really great job capturing all of this. You know, because people always ask me about this TV. By the way, speaking, I'm using the method that Augustus has recommended for me, which is obviously using a RGB color space, and I'm going to show it to you right here. Using a RGB color space along with the 12-bit per pixel right over here, as you can see. So it's a RGB 12-bit per pixel. And I'm also using a PC mode, which would be technically right here. I'll show it to you in a second. And I'm feeding it through a PC mode right here. You see that little PC monitor and a keyboard, so that means it's being fed through a PC mode. It helps. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, it works. It looks great. And this is a performance, guys. Here's the kicker. What you are looking at here, it's a high performance ray tracing HDR mode on this game, and it looks so great. Here, I'll show you that it's 60 FPS, just so you guys can see it. So, you know, I don't want you guys to think that that it's not. Dude, look at the reflection of the ray tracing over here. Look how awesome that is. Looks beautiful, man. Here, you can see it right here. Hopefully, this camera can capture this detail. This Spider-Man you should always play with ray tracing 60 FPS mode with ray tracing. It just looks more realistic, honestly. Like all that reflection on the city, and if you've been to New York City, you know there's a lot of reflection because there's so many buildings stacked up next to each other. And I like how they did it here in this game. And of course, what can I say about this TV that I haven't already said? It's the best TV there is currently, at least for me, for next generation consoles. And of course, you look at the HDR on Demon Souls here, it's also top notch. It looks phenomenal. You can see the moon above the skies, the lighting, everything looks more redefined and looks more three-dimensional, if you will. Maybe that's the word I was looking for, three-dimensional. It really does. And beautiful, very beautiful. And again, keep in mind, even though I'm recording this with a GoPro Hero 6 camera, still it's nowhere near what you will see with your own two eyes when you finally get this TV, and just how awesome it is. Wow. It looks like somebody hasn't played Demon Souls in a while. Let me give you one other example of Demon Souls in HDR and how awesome it is. Like, for example, right here. Look how beautifully that HDR is presented here. You can see the definition of the clouds perfectly. But of course, I have died. And of course, FIFA 21 looks the next level as it should be. Looks amazing as well. So HDR, it's something that you really have to see for yourself on this television. PS5 does a great job processing that HDR metadata, and it should be, because it's using ultra high speed HDMI 2.1 chipset, which outputs much higher bandwidth. And obviously having all that horsepower, all that GPU, CPU power will make it look even better. And then on top of that, you also have this television again. And I don't want to keep repeating myself about this TV, but yes, having this TV as well with all that alpha processing chip, HDMI 2.1 chipset that can take 40 megabits per second bandwidth with a instant game response and FreeSync. All of that stuff adds up, you know. Not to mention that this OLED, it's outstanding in terms of contrast ratio, quality, color accuracy. When you finally calibrate this TV, when you finally get everything sorted out, you simply will be blown away with your next generation console. But remember, you can't just buy a PlayStation 5 or Series X and then have some like Insignia 47-inch old TV or Westinghouse old TV and expect to have the best of the... You're not going to have this kind of quality. All right? I know you're watching this and you're thinking, well, how can I get... Listen, nothing will work out of the box and look perfectly. You do have to tweak things out. You do have to adjust the settings. You do have to know what you're doing, obviously. And you have to have some knowledge about that. And, of course, having a great TV like this, you're going to benefit. You are going to benefit. There's really no question about that. You're going to have a huge benefit of having a TV like this. But I don't want to sound like a salesman. I think my videos will convince you one way or the other. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on this a little bit. This video, it's in 4K and through my GoPro Hero 6 camera. I just wanted to kind of touch on HDR a little bit because I don't think I spoke much about high dynamic range on PlayStation 5, so I felt like maybe I should give my 2 cents on the HDR via PS5. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. I got some other videos I want to do, comparisons side by side through my monitor, ultra wide screen. I want to work on that today. Is there going to be a live stream today? I don't know. If I have time, I'll try to do it because I have to work on that video. But if not, probably maybe Wednesday night. We'll see. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Appreciate it.